Graeme, it's not the first time you've been in Kazakhstan. You were here with the Dons in 2015. What are your memories from that trip?
Yeah, it was good. It was a tough game. I always remember it was tough. It was very humid, and the conditions were tough compared to what we're used to. It was a long flight over. So yeah, it was a tough game. It was when we came away. I think it was 2-1 in the end. Kenny McLean got a goal to get us back in it, and we actually went home with good hope we're getting that goal. So yeah, it was a tough game, but it was an enjoyable one as well.
For a long time, you kept getting mentioned about being in the Scotland squad, but never quite got named in the squad. How did you use that as a motivational factor? And did you ever think your time would come?
Yeah, I mean, I was always desperate to try and get in the squads and be here, because there's nothing better than playing for your country and pulling on the jersey, and it's something that I always strive to get. But I always knew in my head that if I could play as well as I could for Aberdeen, then that's all I could really do. And if the managers, it was Gordon Strachan who was here before the manager just now, if he thought I was good enough, then he would have put me in. So it was sort of out of my hands, but it was something that I was always desperate for, and like you say, I was always striving to try and get it. Now that I've sort of been in a few squads, it's been good. I'm enjoying it, and just trying to strive to get even more. And now I've made my debut. I came on against Israel for my competitive debut. It's just trying to improve every time.
And there's a few familiar faces in the squad, especially some former teammates as well.
Yeah, I mean, it's always good to come away. It's a bit of something fresher than being at Aberdeen. You play there all year, but coming away here is something different. Like you say, seeing different faces, seeing former teammates, meeting up with them again, but other people you make good friends with. Risey Fraser, for instance, who was an Aberdeen boy. We grew up in Aberdeen together, and he's obviously moved away, but we're really close when we come away to things like this. So yeah, meeting other people and getting close to the boys is always good, and it's something that I always enjoy coming away here.
Are you ever aware of when, like, Alex McLeish has been at a lot of Aberdeen games, he's been at a lot of games in Scotland in general, but he's been at quite a few Aberdeen games. Are you ever aware of the manager being in the stands before the game or anything?
Not overly. It depends. Sometimes the manager will say the national team manager's here, you might want to try and impress him or something like that, but because I'm guessing he's at quite a lot of Aberdeen games, like you say, you don't think about it every game you go into, but luckily enough for me, he was at the St Johnstone game where I scored 2. So no, it's always good, and like I say, it's up to me to try and get my form as good as I can for Aberdeen, and if the manager's there watching, then it's up to me to put on a good performance and show him what I can do.
There's quite a few young Scottish boys in the Aberdeen squad just now, some doing really well, like Dean Campbell, Conor McLennan, Lewis Ferguson also involved with the 21s. That's been quite an exciting time for Aberdeen, and do you think these players have got got the potential to make it onto the full national team?
Yeah, definitely. You mentioned Lewis Ferguson there, who in the Aberdeen squad you think he's older than what he is, because he's been playing regularly from the start of the season, but he's still a young boy. Dean Campbell's 17, and Conor's been doing really well as well. So the future's bright for Aberdeen, and like you say, for Scotland as well. They've came into Aberdeen, and with young boys they always show no fear, and they always just want to go and express themselves, and it's good. It's good for Aberdeen that they go and do it. Conor scores at Ibrox, which is a massive game. Dean Campbell plays at Ibrox. These are massive games for Aberdeen, but these young boys step up to the plate and deliver the goods, which is always good for the manager, that he knows he can trust them, putting them into big games like that.
And for Aberdeen and Scotland, it's quite an exciting end to the season. Just what are your thoughts on the sort of crunch time? You've got 4 Scotland internationals, semi-final cup, and obviously there's still a chance of second in the league.
Yeah, I mean, our home form's been disappointing. In our last 3 games we've only picked up 2 points, I think it is, out of 9, which is not good enough, and that would have put us right up there. So we're a bit frustrated with that, but now's the time where we need to just try and pick up as many points as we can, and see where it puts us, maybe when we go into the split, see where we are in the league. But we've got teams that are trying to catch us as well, and we're obviously trying to catch Rangers ahead of us, and like you say, we've got the semi-final to look forward to as well. I don't, but the team does. I'll be there in amongst it, and it's important for the club. We always like to try and get to a cup final and try and give ourselves that chance of winning a cup. We know how hard it's going to be against a very good Celtic side who have been pretty dominant in the last couple of years in terms of cups. But no, it's one that the whole squad will look forward to.
Nice one. Cheers, Graeme.